Good morning and welcome to the 10 a.m. Daily Weather Brief. As always, we'll start off by taking a look at our upper level winds for today. And near the surface, our winds are light and generally out of the north, with speeds gradually decreasing with height up to about 9,000 feet. And then beyond that point, we see our wind speeds begin to slowly and progressively increase until we reach an observed maximum out of the southeast at 27 knots, around 25,000 feet. And for our freezing level this morning, we had our lowest observed at 12,400 feet. Pulling up our most recent surface analysis chart here, we do have an area of low pressure that is pushing northeast off of the New England coast, as high pressure over Canada continues ridging in and through the Appalachians. And then as that low tracks farther northeast today, high pressure will continue to build in towards Quebec, and that should help to scatter out some of our current cloud cover and help keep those rain chances low for the day. Heading into Friday and Saturday, we'll see an upper level trough that looks to linger over our area or in the region, better yet, as we see that high pressure shifting from Quebec to the Atlantic Canada, and that overall setup should maintain dry weather with some seasonably warm highs in the mid to upper 70s with an occasional afternoon clouds developing. And then overnight lows do look to settle in the 60s for that time period, and following such, we'll see dry conditions, and those dry conditions do look to persist until at least the weekend and into early next week. However, we do see a couple models showing a chance for a low developing over the southeastern U.S. by midweek, and that could bring a closed low potentially to the coast, and that would increase our cloud coverage, and bring up those rain chances just a bit for Tuesday or Wednesday. Now looking at the 24-hour forecast and remaining largely unchanged from this morning, we have been seeing some largely broken cloud cover slowly thinning out and expected to turn more so scattered. And then overnight and in the later hours of tonight, we'll see a little bit more cloud cover start to build in. And come early tomorrow morning, that cloud cover should once again begin to thin out. As for our highs today, they look to get into the mid to upper 70s. And for our prevailing winds, they do look to remain light for a majority of the day before they turn light and variable in the late hours into early morning hours of tonight and into tomorrow. We are currently exiting the period of which we had a very slight chance of a scattered shower just because of those showers off to the west right now. They do look to be slowly losing some gusto, but they still are lingering out over the bay and areas just west of the bay. So we'll see if anything happens to hold together long enough to make it over here. But those chances do look to be ever so slowly decreasing, and our relative humidity for the day does look to, as pretty typical, continue to drop, and then in the overnight hours pick up once again. As for the next 2 days, on Friday we can anticipate mostly sunny conditions and a high around 77. Friday night we can anticipate mostly clear conditions and a low of 61. And then moving to Saturday, partly cloudy, although probably closer to being mostly sunny, and high of 75, with no color on the board and no real weather-related concerns for the 2 days ahead of us. Pulling up the 7-day forecast here, we have a nice week ahead with temperatures generally in the mid to upper 70s for a majority of the 7-day period, and temperatures in the low 60s remaining pretty consistent on that front. And then our cloud cover looks to thin out for Friday and Saturday, build into Sunday, and then slowly start building in Sunday through Wednesday, in which we do have a 10% chance, just a very slight chance of a couple models picking up on some potential for some showers that day. Overall, a nice 7 days ahead and some good weather for the weekend. And that is going to conclude the 7-day outlook. Hope everyone has a great day, and we'll be back tomorrow at 8:15 with the daily weather operations brief.